during his 12 years in power. And in his first 10 years in power, 95 bushrangers or outlaws were dispatched. Between 1826 and 1827, 103 men were hanged in public in Hobart. And not only that, many of those 103, the bodies were left dangling in the streets for the crows to pick them clean. Which George Arthur believed desecration of the Right, September 1830 then, this place starts as a timber gathering camp. Convicts brought down here to cut down some of these trees and produce sawn logs for government projects. But from 1833 until 1877, it was purely a secondary punishment jail. And if you have a look around, you can see why they chose this spot. Out there we have very deep water and very few people could swim back there. Indeed, there were 21 drownings during the life of Port Arthur as a jail. And all around us we have dense regulations. Essentially they've been told that if they behaved and showed the will to reform, they will get through Port Arthur. Escapes, folks, and I should mention there are escape tours at Port Arthur. There were 100 of escape attempts here during the life of the jail. Hardly any of them were successful. We're talking very, very low numbers. People got out, and they always got caught. No matter how far they ran. They were arrested in Chile, Brazil, India. The long arm of the law would never forget. The reason why they were so anti-destroying his own wooden leg. He couldn't work, you see, and the authorities, well, found that unacceptable. Anyway, escape tours later on if you want to find out some of the ingenious and not so ingenious ways these men try to get away from here. When the convicts first arrived, they lived in huts. Then they had barracks. Gardens, those marvellous gardens beyond the picnic tents, and a recent addition to the brainchild of Commandant Camp in 1840. We want to have a beautiful and civilized green people while they're off.
So walang hindi sila nakakausap sa
Ayan. Nag-church sila. Diba? Bakit? Nakakulong? Ay, oo nga, nasa loob. Ang galing niya, napapasok na lahat. Ay, cubicle. So, ang ulo nila nakalubog. Ano nila to?
yung hindi sila nakakausap.
Around the harbour and how it relates in particular to the convict period. First of all, a very brief safety announcement, which is in the Southern Hemisphere. This was very handy for the British ships in the early days, and of course even today we have modern cruise ships that come in here over summer. We have water. That was a lime kiln operated by convicts. Now what they would do there is fill that up with crushed shells. It was a very well-renowned dockyards. The shipbuilding here was thanks to some of the shipwrights that were here teaching these men. They were considered to be pretty much the finest shipbuilders in the entire country in the 1830s and 40s. The products that they were building here, and over the 16 years it was open, they built 16 tall ships, some up to 300 tons, about 150 small open whaling boats, steamship hulls. These products were being sold. On consoles to both government and private individuals. Now this caused some major problems by the 1840s because the free ship rights of the colony and petitions the government to have the age tents. So from 1848 on, no more shipbuilding was allowed. From that period on, for the next 30 years until the closure of the prison, it was all about repairs, which was still a very vital service because the ships were coming in from the Southern Ocean. So that's briefly the dockyards area. Out of sight just behind us, don't bother to grade your nets around Sandy, but I'll just give you a brief description. There's several little bays around just behind us now. The next one around is called Ladies Bay. It was in the convict period. This is where the genteel women from the settlement would go for private bathing on a nice sandy little beach, where they could certainly risk exposing an ankle to the world. Beyond that was Garden Points, and this was a place of salt works operation. Salt was big here, and to the day of the celebration, it was preserved with salt. So they needed salt, so the way they collected it here at Garden Points was to very large vats. Dockyards were opened. The British established the very first separate boys' prison in the entire British Empire. Now this was both groundbreaking and tragic. The tragic side of it is that the legal minimum age for transportation from Britain at that time was 9 years old. So we had about 3,000. If you're looking for any positives here, was that this is the first time that children are actually officially separated from adults in the prison system. Not prior to Port Arthur's day, you would generally find children still locked up in the same prison cells as the adults. So there's all kinds of reasons why that was a good thing to stop. But Point Pua had a rather checkered history. They established a prison out here along the same philosophical lines as the main prison at Port Arthur. Reform agenda, trades training, moral instruction, that type of thing. But these kids who are largely unskilled, very good at picking pockets and the like. They came from the worst of the industrial slums of cities such as Liverpool, Birmingham, Manchester. Very high on attitude, low on skills, and scant regard for authority. So they were plucked out of their environment, chucked out here into what was the very wild wilderness of Point Pua. There was no preparation for them when they first arrived. The first boatload of 68 kids, there was half a dozen bark huts put up for them, that was it. But over time, they ended up building a small city out here. There was about 800 kids here at its peak. They built facilities, workshops, a church, a bakehouse. It was very extensive. There is evidence still, as we do take tours out there, but you might just make out on the hillside here some stone walls propped up with timber supports. That was the centre of the Antarctica. So we can get some very big, very rough conditions. Even in this little harbour here it can hit you a bit, but not once we get back around the island again. And amongst other things there was the Commandant's personal wine section. Famously, they drank the entire stash on the way down when they opened up the decks here.
Kamang na po.
Pinakita rin yung ano, kung paano ginawa. Office niya to. Tingnan mo, yan pa rin yung dati. Ah, hindi na yung itlog, ano na, bake.
Plastic na yun.
Nag-ano lang. Ay, ano lang, ano.
Kakawin naman natin. Sa atin, antique.
Porcelain siguro yun na lang, mga porcelain. Ano kaya yun, no?
Ano?
Alam, ladies bedroom.
Sexy.